Okay, looks like today we got this Echo blower PB-250LN, and the guy doesn't care about having the air filter on there. I might be able to hook them up and just put a screw in here with a new air cleaner on there, air filter, but the cover's missing. I don't have one for it. Probably just put a temporary screw in there to hold at least the air filter on there, but he's been running it without one, and I don't think he cares too much. He just wants it to run. Oh, I forgot this thing doesn't have a pull on it. And the primer bulb here, as you might be able to see there, is just disintegrated. He said it was running. I looked in the tank. It looked fairly clean, like everything was okay down in there and intact. It's very clean down there. That's about the only thing that's clean. This thing's real super dirty. But looks like we're going to have to take off this side pull start thing, and it looks like maybe 25 torques. We'll get that off real quick. Try to rewind this at least so we can pull it, check for spark. Put a little WD-40 on this or whatever, and maybe brush this off a little bit, and we'll end up taking this cover off here for the primer bulb and see if I can find a replacement for it. Should be able to. And to get this off, it looks like that this plastic cover has to come off, which is just kind of just loosening the whole carburetor from the intake manifold there, backing it off, backing those bolts off a little bit, make some room to take this cover off. So we'll fix the recoil and then pull this off and replace the primer bulb. Might even be able to take a look at the diaphragm while we're in there. I need to brush this stuff off so it doesn't get down into the carburetor. Alright, gonna spray a little of this freeze off. Some good stuff. I just kind of use it like WD-40. It penetrates pretty good. And then we're gonna brush this crap off. It's dirt, so that when I take this cover off, all that dirt doesn't get down inside of there. The thing's just falling apart. I'll try to get as much off as I can. Maybe blow a little compressed air on there to finish off. Or just take it off. Okay, sprayed a little stuff on there. Now I'm getting ready to take all this stuff off. Just right here for the cover for the primer bulb. And the carburetor casing is just, here's what I'm going to be using, the Phillips, kind of smaller Phillips. And then this on the left is, on the right rather, is a T25. It's T25 all around, and then the Phillips. So let's go ahead and I'll just back this off. I think I got a pull rope laying around, extra, should have. So we're going to make some room here just to be able to pull this off. Pull that way out, okay. And then I'll brush it off a little bit more over here. Might just take the whole thing off. I don't want to disturb it too much. Kind of want to leave it on there. I do. But just brush this off. Get a little air over here. Okay, maybe get down in here a little closer for you. Show you what I'm doing. So we got these backed off, and that carburetor's just barely hanging in there. I think they're still they're still connected, but I got enough room now to pull this plate off. And since I already got the Torx bit in there, I'll come on now. The top one doesn't want to come out easy. And then we got this little mounting plate here for this. Set that to the side. These top ones may be a challenge. came out. And then this top one, right? So we've got these two bolts here, and then two on the bottom that hold this plate that looks like helps keep the gas tank in place. Alright, so we'll try to find, let me unzoom this a little bit. I'm going to try to find a starter rope for this. Let's see if it's still got some spring in it. Oh, it still has a rope in there. So maybe we can salvage this rope, whatever's left of it. And is there a, let's see if I can get this back through the hole there. Get on through. Get on in there. Okay. And some of these have little notches. Yeah, let's see if I can rotate this. See that little notch? I'm going to try to grab this little slot right here and get the rope caught up in there, and then maybe I'll be able to turn this a few times and wind it. Yeah, like that. Kind of start winding it around. It feels like it has some spring tension on it still, so that's good. As long as I can just kind of get it wound up. Then I'm going to try to get it back through that hole and see if I wound it enough to be able to get a handle on there. I don't know how much is left of this rope inside of the thing. It feels like it's wound pretty tight. I'm holding on pretty tight with my thumb there to keep it in place. And I'm going to try to snake this back through. Yeah, there it comes out. There we go. Let's see if I wound it enough. It's just, that ain't happening. Coming out. I wonder if it's bound up inside of there or what's going on with it. Okay, I think it just got, it was, maybe got some moisture in there, rusty. Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to put a vice grip on this real quick, pinch it, find a handle, do that later. Alright, I'll get back to that recoil in a minute. Getting ready to take off the cover for this primer bulb, and I have a ton of these primer bulbs laying around. I always get spares when you're ordering carburetors. They'll give you spare primer bulbs all the time, so we'll take this off and try to replace it. See if we can get some fuel to flow in and out of there. I'll blow this out, blow it off a little bit, clean it up. Maybe brush it a little. There's a little bit of debris in there, unfortunately. Hopefully it hasn't clogged up any of these holes. Alright. See if I can find a replacement. Okay, you got a tray of these bulbs. One of them's got to fit. One of them's got to be right. Let's see if I can have a first attempt shot at getting this right. That sure does look like it. It looks like just the one right there. I think it's even got the same little design on the top or whatever. But does it fit on there? It fits right on there perfectly. Okay, get this back into place. Let's just get this back in, see if I can get some fuel pumping through this thing. See if we can get it to fire. Okay, I got the specs started. Just getting these screws to line up even. A little bit of a challenge. Shaky. Okay, I always like to get them started nice and easy, and then maybe bring in the drill thing. Get a little fuel in here. See if it'll even pump through. These are hardly tight with the impact. Just a little bit, just to get it on there. Okay, I'll get this back in place just to stabilize it a little bit. What kind of action we got here? Oh, it feels good. It feels good. Yeah, it's already, okay, it's drawing fuel. It's already got fuel in there. Hopefully it's good fuel. I'm going to put a little extra in there. Okay, that's a good sign. I don't know how fresh that old stuff is that's in there. I don't know. Should have dumped it out. Hopefully I can get it to fire. All right, give it a shot. Might not even take the plug off for right now. But, yep, got to get the recoil figured out. See if I got a handle laying around. Alright, so I had this old Briggs handle laying around, and I can't get a hold of that down, and you might be able to see that little bit sticking out. But, man, I can't get a good hold of it at all. I've got some pretty decent needle nose right here, and I'm getting it, but, man, it will not. It's just not enough to grab. So I'm going to drill this out. Grab the drill bit. I'm just going to drill right through this thing. I don't want to drill working. I'm just going to drill. That goes straight on through. See down in there that knot, and same on the other side. It just goes right through. So I'm going to drill into it just to loosen up this knot a little bit if I can. Maybe I can just pull it back out this way, or see if I loosen things up a little bit. Maybe I can grab a little bit. Get this to come out. Okay, so I got the end there. Let's see if I can pull it through. Is it going to do it? No, it doesn't want to do that. There's still a knot in it. Oh, man. Yeah, this thing might be toast. All right, that kind of hurt a little bit. All right. So there's the knot. Maybe I can push it through. I think I'm about to push it through. See if I can grab it. More to grab onto right there. Okay, there we go. Got it out of there. All right, cool. So what's that? Just kind of drilled right into the knot. We're going to come up through here. Good luck doing this. All right. Got that up in there. Okay, now I'll take that screwdriver, push it through gently. I'm going to try to feed it through a little more. Just kind of keep feeding it through. Let's see how much. Oh, yeah, I'll be able to grab that. It's coming through right there. See if I can grab it. Okay. There we go. Just kind of trying not to let it go. So still got spring tension on there. Okay, good. Hopefully the knot is going to be big enough not to go through that frickin' hole that's down there. Cross your fingers. Get this back on here and give her a couple pulls. Okay, got gas going to the carburetor. The pull rope. Don't know if this carburetor is going to work. Here's choke, off choke, choke, off choke. Okay. So, we're ready to pull it a few times and see what this thing's going to do. Let's see what it's going to do. All right, we got stop is back. So, forward is on. And the throttle trigger seems to be working okay. Prime it a few more times. Choke is up and on. Switch on. Okay, I think that'll do it. I can see if I got a spare. I think so. Oh, that's from the WD-40. air cleaner cover laying around for this thing. I highly doubt that I do. But if I do, I'll slap that on there. If not, I'll just find a screw that'll go into this little plate here, just to hold this in place. You know, and this is better filtration than nothing. So for now, if he needs to use it, but we can get a air filter cover ordered for this. I might do that as part of this video here. Let's go ahead and look up this air filter assembly cover. Probably can't just get the cover, but we'll see. So it's PB-250LN. We'll go ahead and look that up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look up the PB-250LN on Google. And I like to go on down to Jack's Small Engines. If it's listed, they usually have a really good parts breakdown for things when I'm looking for parts. So find Jack's Small Engines there and go to the little click here button that they have on their website. And it's going to take us to the parts breakdown. We'll find the air cleaner, cover assembly, intake, whichever one applies to what we're looking at. There's the wing bolt. I think we're going to have more success if we go look up the cover. We search then Amazon for the cover. It's probably going to give us a combo set with the wing bolt and the cover. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, and I think I'm going to be right. Yep, and there they are. And we'll just match up the part number that we have up there in the Amazon search with the part numbers that are available, and there are plenty. So plenty to choose from. They're all about 15 bucks. Okay, so I looked up the part. Just this cover is $6 on Jack's Small Engines. See if I can pull it up here. Where is that?
And I'll also email you
there it is. And what is the... Okay, so this was $6.23, and you know what? The screw was actually separate, and then that one is, you gotta minimize that one. Okay, and then number one is what? So that one's $1.28 for the wing nut. But, so I started searching around in my spare parts tray here of bolts, and I found just this bolt that has been cut, and it's got a rusted nut on it, and it's screwed right in here. So here's this new filter, and I'm gonna find that I'll find the actual cover and the screw on Amazon if I can, and I'll send that link to this guy to see if he wants to go ahead and replace it properly. But I mean, this fits right down in there, and this is better than nothing. If he needs to go out and you know, do some blowing of leaves or whatever, you can still actually work. But I'll get a I'll get a socket on here. I don't think it's coming off. Just having it hand tight like that, I think, is just enough, because that rubber is going to push back out on that and kind of hold it in place, and this is sealing around here, so that's good. So we got filtered air coming in there now anyway, and I'll send him the link, the Amazon links to if we can find this bolt, the wing bolt, copy it, and actually it'd be better to maybe go for the cover. If I find the cover, that'll actually have the bolt with it. And let's look and see if we can find that on Amazon here. Yeah, so Amazon, it's the first thing that comes up, and yep, shows it right there. So that's like 21 bucks. So what I would do is just, there's 13, and that's you can get it like in a day. And I'll check the part number here. So it's 1303 and 863. Okay, 130863 13031 13031. Okay, so that's the correct one. I'll just add this to the cart. Yeah, I'll pull up the link, and I'll send him the link actually right now. Go ahead and share this, copy the URL, and then I will send this to him and say, hey, if you want to do this, if you need it back quick, you can come pick it up today, and then I'll send you the link to order it, just the cover for this. But right now it is filtering air anyway. So if you like this kind of stuff, hit the bell, make a comment. If there's anything else you'd like to see along these lines, I usually sometimes I'll mess with these. But anyway, if you like this stuff, subscribe, hit that notifications. We'll see you around.